evening, sir.
Good evening, dear. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, beta. Good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Good afternoon,
evening,
beta.
sir.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
dear. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening. Good evening, beta. Good evening.
Sir, I can't on my video because in my laptop there is no camera.
No problem at all.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, dear. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, beta. Okay, there are.
Sir, without you putting it your ear in this class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, beta.
Sir, I have done my work of the previous class.
That is brilliant.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
Abhinav. Yes, Abhinav.
sir, I have a doubt.
See, whatever doubts you have, you can WhatsApp me. Okay, on my WhatsApp window.
Okay, sir.
By the way, what is your doubt?
Sir, I actually. Sir,
Please go ahead.
sir, I made a code in which.
Beta, related to that, I am not going to take it out because it's related to something which you have made. What you can do, you can share with me the link of what you have made. I'll go through that, and whenever I will get the time, no, I will come back to you on that query.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now I am putting this, I'm sharing my screen with all of you, and please put yourself on mute. All of you, please put yourself on mute, and I would like you guys to be on mute till I ask you to unmute yourself. Okay, here I go with my sharing screen option. And I would like to tell you all that, in case you have any kind of query, whatever I'm teaching you in this class, in case you come across any issue, what you can do, you can keep a paper and pen with you, jot down the issues on that paper, and then you can write it down on my WhatsApp window and send it to me. In the next class, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take your issues first, and then we'll begin with the new topic. Today, we are going to do in the same way, we are going to go in the same way. In the previous class, there was someone who asked this query that, sir, why have we used this AND operator here? It's a logical operator here. Okay, this AND which we have made use of here, it's an AND logical operator, and this we have made use of in order to connect these two things. See, inside this if loop, there are two conditions that we have defined. This is the first condition, and this is the second condition. In order to connect these two conditions, we have made use of this AND logical operator. Now what will happen when the user will enter the inputs here for this email part and for this password field? Okay, when the user will enter the input here, now this AND logical operator is what it is going to do. It is going to, beta, please put yourself on mute. It is going to make it mandatory for the entered input to satisfy both the conditions that we have defined over here. Okay, it is going to make, beta, who is there on unmute, please put yourself on mute. All of you, please put yourself on mute.
देखती हूँ मैं डबल क्लोथ शायद.
Just a second.
अरे क्लास में हूँ. चेक कर.
Okay, I think our speaker is not working properly. Now, So this AND logical operator we have put here in order to connect these two conditions that we have defined, and besides that it is going to make it mandatory for the input which the user will enter here in these two fields to satisfy both the conditions which we have mentioned over here. If any of these conditions, if any of the one is not true, then what will happen? The user will not be redirected on this screen too. Let me show it to you practically. Let's run this application. So for running this application, let's make use of this share button. Okay, and I am going to open this app in a new tab. So that this app is opening up right now. Okay, so this is the app. Now, as per the code that we have defined, the email should be this and the password should be this. Then only the user will be allowed to, then only the user will be redirected on screen number 2. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's copy this email ID from here and put it over here. So the email ID which I have entered over here, it is perfect, it is correct. Let's enter an incorrect password. Let's enter this one. Now when you will hit this login button, you will be able to see this error message over here. Why? Just because of this AND operator. You know, this input is not satisfying this condition which we have defined over here inside this if loop. That is the reason we are getting an error. And this is the logical operator which is helping us in getting this error message reflected on the user's screen. Okay, so that is the reason why I have made use of this logical operator, this AND operator. Now the second query that was asked by one of you was why here I have selected false in place of true. See, if you will select true, what will happen? The sound will not stop. Okay, you will hear this sound again and again and again. It will go into a loop mode. That is the reason instead of true, I selected false from this drop down. Okay, so I think these were the queries. Now let's come on the topic, which is how can we save the records on the data browser. Okay, how can we create tables on the data browser of the app and save the records on the data in that table. So for doing that, what we can do, let's convert it back into text based coding, and I am going to remove all these things from here. Okay, so now what do we have here? On this mobile simulator, there is a screen, there is a sign in screen. Okay, where was that sign in screen? Just a second. Okay, so this was the screen which we imported in the app lab yesterday, right? Let's open it again in the Paint software, MS Paint software. So if you want to open it again in the Paint software, what you have to do, right click on this image, come on this open with option, and then come on this paint option. You will be able to see this image in the paint box like this. Okay, in the MS Paint software like this. Now today what we are going to do, we are going to design a sign up screen first. So for doing that, we need to remove the sign in from here. How can we do that? Let's make use of this selection tool. We are going to select a part of this image, this blue color part, copy this by pressing Ctrl and C together, and then you have to paste this part again on the same image by pressing Ctrl and V together. So this is the part, Now you have to put this part over the sign in. So automatically the sign in part will get eliminated. Now here you can write down sign up instead of sign in. So for that we are going to make use of this text tool. Select this, and this is how you can increase the font size. Fine. Okay. So this is going to be our sign up screen. Let's change the color of this text to white. Yeah, now it is looking fine. So this is our sign up screen. Let's save it with a unique name on the desktop. I am saving it with sign up. This is the name that with which I am saving this file, sign up screen. Who is there on unmute right now? Please put yourself on mute. So we are done with preparing this screen. Now let's import this screen on this mobile simulator. So for doing that we need to come on this design part. Then see, sign up screen is similar to sign in screen. The only difference that is there is instead of the sign in we have got this sign up right now. So what we can do, we can create a duplicate screen of this screen 1 which is behaving as a sign in screen at present. How can we create a duplicate screen? So for doing that, the best way is to come here in the workspace. Okay, click on this drop down and select the name of the screen. This is screen 1. Okay, these are the names of the components which you have placed over on this sign in screen, and this is the name of the screen on which you are working right now. So let's select this name of the screen, and then you need to click on this duplicate button. Automatically a duplicate copy of this screen is going to get created like this. Now let's select this screen 3. This is a screen 3 which has got created right now. Okay, let's now rename the ID of this screen 3 to sign up. Okay, I am renaming it to sign up. And don't worry, the way I have shared with you guys every the link of that app which we developed in the previous lecture yesterday, in the same way I'm going to do it today also. Whatever we will be developing this lecture, whatever we will be doing, I will be sharing with you guys the link of the same on your respective WhatsApp. Okay, so this is sign up screen. Now what is the name of this image component? It is image 2, right? So what you have to do, come on this drop down and select this image 2. Now scroll down the list, and here you will find an option, name choose. Let's click on this option and upload that sign up screen that we have created. So this is a screen we created some while back. Let's upload this. So here is the sign up screen. Let's choose this screen. So now here you can see sign up is getting reflected. So this is the screen which we have got created in this MS Paint. Fine. That's how you can import any screen. Now what we are going to do, we don't require this error message anymore. We are going to put it back here. Okay. What is the idea of this? There are three components now which are present on this screen. First is this component, this text input component. Second one is this text input component, and the third one is this label which is acting as a button right now. So let's rename it to, I'm renaming it to email sign up. Okay, and this one I am renaming it to password sign up, and this one I am renaming it to submit sign up. Okay, so the idea of this is email sign up, The ID of this component is password sign up, and the ID of this component is submit sign up. Fine. Now let's come back on this coding window. In order to make this a default screen, what do you mean by default screen? I want the user to see this screen first when he opens the app on his device. So for doing that, what I can do, I can come on this sign up screen, and here you will find a option, make default, with the help of which you can make it a default screen. Just click on this, and now this screen is going to be the default screen. When you will run this application, this is the first screen user is going to see. Okay, so that's how you can make a screen by default screen. Now when the user, what I want is, here in this sign up screen, the user is going to register his profile, right? For registering his profile, he requires email ID and password. So he will be putting his email address here in this component, and he will be putting a password with which he can access his profile here in this component. And now when he will click on this button, I would like all the information which the user has entered here to get saved in a table like structure on the data browser connected to this app. How can we do that? So for doing that, what is the idea of this button? It is submit sign up. You need to come here on this drop down, click on this drop down and select submit sign up. This is the ID of this button. Now when the user will click on this button, I would like a table like structure to get created on the data browser. So for doing that, you need to come on this data part, and here you will find a block with name create record. Just put it here. Fine, drag it and drop it inside this on event block. Convert it back into show text. Now this is the name of the table. Okay, this is the name which you want to give to that table, which will get created when the user will tap or click on this button. So let's rename it to batch 1. Okay, I am renaming it to batch 1. What are the two things we want to store in this table? First thing is the email address, and second thing is the password. So here you have to define, you have to put the name of those two fields. So the name of this first field is email. Okay, and after that you need to put a colon, then put a comma, and after that you need to put this password. So there are two fields for which we will be saving the data in this table. Now from where are we going to get the records for this email field? What is the ID of this component? The ID of this component is email sign up. So we will be fetching the records, we will be fetching the data for this email field of this table from this component. How can we get the data? In order to get the data, what we have to do, we can make use of get property. Remember this thing. There is a property called set get property, okay, which you guys can make use of. So get is used for getting any content from any component. Now where can you find that block? You can find that block here in this UI controls part. Come down in this list, and here you will get to see a component with name get text. Drag it and drop it over here. Fine. Now what is the idea of this? It is email sign up. So in order to check the ID, you can again come on this design part. Just copy this ID from here and come on the code part and put it in place of this ID. So now whatever the user is going to input here in this email field, it is going to get pulled up by this get text component we have placed after this email email field. Okay, similarly, if you want to pull the record for this password, what you can do, you can just copy this whole thing and put it over here. Now the user will enter the password here in this field, here in this component. What is the ID of this component? So for checking the ID, you can again come on the designing part, copy this whole thing, copy this ID from here. Using Control and C you can copy the things, and using Control and V you can paste anything. So I'm going to replace the ID to this password sign up. Let's convert it back into block based coding. Fine. Now we are going to run the app and see whether we'll be able to create a table on the data browser or not. So for running the app, we can again come on this share option, copy this thing and put it over here.
Sir,
But just give me a short moment. Just give me a short moment. So this is the sign up screen the user is going to come across. Now here I'm going to put my email address. Okay, and here I'm going to enter my password. This is not the one. Now let's click on this login button and see what's gonna happen. So let's see whether a table has got created on the data browser or not. So as you can see, a table with name batch1 has got created successfully on the data browser of this app, and whatever information I have mentioned in these two fields, it is also getting reflected here under this email part and password part. So there are two columns which has got formed, which have got created in this table. One with name email and the second one with name password. Now from where are these names coming from? These names are coming from here. Here you have mentioned email E in capital and password P in capital. Now if you will convert, if suppose you want to change the name of the column, suppose you want to change it to email address. Now let's see what is going to happen. Let's run this application. I'm going to delete this table first. And yes, who's this?
sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, Abhinav.
Sir, once can you run this program?
I'm doing that only, dear. Just give me a short moment.
No, sir, in the normal this thing itself.
Acha, in the normal.
Yes, sir.
On this platform only, no? Okay.
Yes, sir. Run
It is
it.
in
And
running
sir,
mode right
don't
now.
write anything
Okay.
and then click login.
Okay, I'm done with that, dear.
Sir, it will say incorrect credentials.
Beta, it's a sign up screen on which we are working right now.
Sir,
It's not the sign in screen we are working on. We are trying to.
sir, what if that happens? So what if some people just do like that?
Abhinav, we haven't put any validations on this screen right till now. We have to put some validations also. We haven't put that. What we are trying to learn here, we are trying to learn how can we create tables on the data browser and store the data in the same. That's what we are trying to learn here. Okay, until and unless you'll put some validations on it, na, the way we did yesterday on this sign in screen, you remember, we put some validations due to which we were able to see this error message over here. Okay, we haven't put any validation on this screen for these two components. So until and unless you have to put some validations also, but for the that part we are going to discuss later on. For now I am showing you how can you create records and how can you store data in the table which will get created on the data browser. Okay.
So sir, if we have made a kind of app that is very popular, so Sir, if there will be a lack of users, so sir, it it will be automatically created account, or we have to add it.
Beta, see, I'm telling you now that we will be discussing about validations in the future classes. Don't you worry about that. Okay, right now what we are doing, we are trying to learn how can we create tables on the data browser and store
Yes, sir.
data in it. That's what we are trying to learn. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, who's this?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, who's this?
Sir, Shri Vallabh Deshmukh.
Ha, Shivalab. Tell me, what is your doubt?
Yes, sir. If we drag and drop the photo select option and the
Beta. Please don't confuse anyone right now. What have I told you, that we are working on this sign up screen right now, and there are only two components which I have taken. Okay, about the photo select component, I'm going to discuss it in the future classes. Don't worry about that. Okay, you cannot build a rocket in one day. You have to go step by step. Okay, try and understand that thing. Now let's convert it back into block based coding. Beta, can you all please put yourself on mute? Whatever your doubts are, just jot it down on a paper. I'm going to take all your doubts, at the end. Okay, in the end, I'm going to take all your doubts. Now let's run this application and check what is going to happen. Okay, there is already a table on this data browser. Now let's delete this table first and run this application. So now if you will enter an email address over here and a password over here, and you'll hit this login button, so what is going to happen? Automatically a table is going to get created here on the data browser. Now when you'll open this table, you will be able to see all the information. Now see, this the name of this column has changed from email to email address. Why? Just because you have mentioned email address over here. Earlier it was email, right? Now it is email address. So that is the reason you can play with the names of the column which you have defined for a particular table, right? Now what we are going to do, once the table gets successfully created, I would like the user to get redirected on this screen, sign in screen. So for doing that, what we can do, we can make use of the set screen option and we can put it here. And let's make use of this play sound block also. Where is that? And whatever your doubts are, keep writing them down on a paper. Okay, I am going to take all the doubts at the end. In case any of your queries, I fail to answer any of your queries, what I am going to do, I am going to take it in the next lecture. Fine. Now once the user is done with registering his profile on this, platform, he is going to get redirected on screen number 1. Fine. Now when he will come on this screen number 1, I want him to successfully log in using the same login credentials. Who is this using this annotation option? Just a second, let me put this.
The name came on your screen. It was something Krishna.
It was Malay, I think. Okay, I've disabled that option. No problem. I've disabled.
Did that on brown thing, I could see the name.
Okay, so the user is going to now come on this sign in screen. Fine. Now there is a button over here with ID submit. Let's now code for this button. So for doing that, we can make use of this on event block. We can put it over here. Okay, and what is the ID of this button? It is submit. So let's select submit from this drop down, and whatever login credentials the user will enter here, I would like those login credentials to match with the one with which he has registered his profile. Now how can I do that? See, for doing that we need to fetch the data from the table that has got created on the data browser. Now if you want to that is absolutely right. Can you please put yourself on mute? Can you please put yourself on mute? So we can make use of this read records block and put it over here. And from which table do we want to fetch the records? It is batch number 1. This is a table from which I would like to fetch the records. So I'm going to replace this with batch 1. Let's convert it back into text-based coding. And here what you have to do, you need to remove this whole thing. Fine. Now the condition, the if condition that we made use of earlier, with the same thing we are going to again make use of here. So we are going to get the text from this component first. What is the ID of this component? It is email. So whatever the user is going to enter here, it should match with what? It should match with the email address with which the user has registered his profile. So this is the code you can make use of for doing the same. Fine. Besides that, and operator we will use. The second thing that we would like to match is the password which the user will enter. So get text email. What is the pass? So password he is going to enter here in this password field. And it should match with what? It should match with the password he is going to input while creating his profile on this platform, right? So that's how you can define a condition. Better just put yourself on mute first.
Sir, sir, पासवर्ड की जगह सर पासवर्ड साइन अप होना चाहिए था.
It should not be password sign up, because the name of the column which will get created on the data browser inside this app
Sir, in below, sir, below. Get
here.
password sign up. Sir, there.
Beta, we are working on this sign in screen right now. What is the ID of this component? It is password, right? So from here we need to fetch the data, na? Once the user is done with successfully creating his profile on this platform using this sign up screen, he is going to get redirected on the sign in screen 1. Now here the name of the components are different. The ID of this component is email and the ID of this component is password. So you have to make use of these two IDs.
Sir, why? So in if there is that tax email sign up. Sir, email होना चाहिए. Email sign up क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि यहाँ पर.
Acha, here. Okay. That is absolutely right. Now let's define that set screen block. So if the email matches with the one with which he has registered, and if the password which he will mention here matches with the one with which he has registered his profile, I would like him to get redirected on screen number 2. Okay. Now let's see whether this code is going to work fine or not. I'm going to delete this record first. Okay, and now let's run this app using this link.
So what is the meaning of that and plus operator?
I think I have already given the answer of this question right in the beginning. So gaurav@gmail.com is the ID with which I am creating my profile, and this is a password that I am entering here. Let's hit this login button and see what's going to happen. So I've got redirected on this sign in screen. Now let's see whether a table has got created or not. Yes, a table with name batch1 has got created on the data browser. Let's copy this thing from here and put it over here. What is the password? It is Gaurav123. Let's see whether we'll be able to get redirected on that welcome user screen or not. So this app is working perfectly fine. So that's how you can create records on the data browser, and you can fetch the records from the table of a present on the data browser using this read records block. Now I'm going to tell you something. See, the first thing that you have to keep in mind is we all are here to learn coding. I'm also here to learn something from you guys, and you guys are also here to learn something from me. So we need to have patience. We need to keep patience. Whatever your queries are, there are several things, that comes in your mind. What you can do, you can jot down all the things on a paper. Okay, and whatever your issues are, jot them down on a paper, and then you can send it to me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, in the next class, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with your queries first. I'm going to answer all your queries. Okay, and after that, I'm going to start with the topic, whatever topic I want to cover in that lecture. Then I will start with the topic. This is a perfect thing which we can do. Okay, and in this way, we all will be able to learn many things, okay, related to coding. Now whatever I have taught, is there anything which you were not able to understand? You
Sir,
can
at the
tell me now.
time you told about the and plus plus operator, ma'am, sir, I was disconnected, sir.
You got disconnected. See, this is a logical operator, dear. Okay, why we have put this operator over here? Just because we have mentioned two conditions over here. If you are putting two or more conditions inside this if loop, okay, so in order to connect them, you need to make use of a logical operator. There are two logical operators, and or. For now, I have made use of this and operator. Why? Just because I want the input, whatever input the user is going to enter here on this screen two, on this screen one, this sign in screen. I want both the things should satisfy both the conditions which I mentioned over here. That is the reason I have placed this and logical operator. Okay, is there anything else? Is there any other query?
Sir, I have.
Yes, Soumya.
Sir, sir, can you convert the text
Into
into
block based?
coding?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sir, that gray color like block. What's that?
Which one you're talking about, dear? This one?
Sir,
It is a simple
yeah.
space, dear. You can remove it if you want. Just a second. The space which you're seeing in between these two curly brackets, no? This has got converted into gray color block. Now you can remove it. When you'll convert it back into block based coding, you will not be able to see those gray color blocks now. See?
And sir, yeah, sir, and here also in the ninth position.
You can remove that also. Just by removing these spaces, no, which are there in between. See? Now you will.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you can eliminate those gray color boxes. Yes? One by one you have to ask.
Sir,
Yes?
please explain for loop once again
Sir,
for the.
more than one table.
Sorry,
Sir, can we make more than one table?
yes, we can do that also, dear. We can do that also. But Malay, we have to go step by step. You cannot. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot build a rocket in one day. If you want to launch a rocket, then you have to go step by step. ठीक है? It's not like I cannot teach you the whole thing in one day. Have patience. Everything will be covered. That's what I can promise you. ठीक है? Is there anything else?
Sir,
Hmm. Yes, who's this?
sir, what is data, sir?
What is
Data.
data?